coming up.
You see, keep the yellow bank on the port side. All that is the yellow bank.
I don't feel comfortable sailing through these just yet. Sam is up explaining to Ari how reefing works and how we're gonna raise the mainsail. I'm just steering around a reef on sharp water right now. As soon as we get around this and Sam's done explaining what he's explaining, then we're gonna put up the sails. Or look right in front of us. Are we past them? All right, so we just arrived at the boat. Getting here from the airport took about 40 minutes. We're still waiting for Sam to get here. He should be here in about 10 or so minutes. In fact, let me just check my text, see if he's texted. He hasn't yet. And we're just getting the boat all set up. This is a Jeanneau 410, and it's pretty nice. So I'm coming from a Catalina 27. Like that's my experience cruising. That's my experience on boats, and so compared to a Catalina 27, this is a huge boat. I mean, like this entire spot right here, space right here is the galley, which for me is pretty big. So our tentative plan here is the skipper briefing tomorrow, where they like come through and they like tell you about the boat, they tell you how it works, they talk to you about what the navigation looks like in the area. That's gonna be around 9:30 or so. We're hoping, but we're also on island time, and I know from being on past charters that's not how it always goes. But we're hoping to get out of here by like 10:30 or 11 at the latest, and then make our way to the top of the Exumas. Exactly which island we're going to first, we still have to talk about. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, and I'm hoping that whatever we do, the weather is decent tomorrow, but we'll see. This is sailing. Anything can happen. Ari.
No.
Ari has found her favorite spot on the boat. Head out of the forward hatch, body in the hatch, half cool, half warm. So on this boat we have a forward berth. We also got 2 aft berths. In the forward berth there is actually a forward head, which is kind of nice. If I was gonna own a boat like this, I probably wouldn't have 2 heads, but on a charter, it also like smells like a head. Like that's just sometimes never changes with boats. The head always smells like a head, so I'm really excited.
Break it.
That was a shower head. We'll yeah. It smells like a boat head in there. I don't think it's been treated with anything. This one has, and this one smells good. This is also where the shower is. In here we've got like a full kind of separate shower. I think this is really nice because it will kind of prevent this part of the head from getting too wet. Kind of, not really. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to take that back. It will. This is an enclosed shower, so it should keep things drier on this side, and that's just generally, pretty nice when showering and using a head actively. The camera keeps getting fogged up, so it's just like, yeah, it's so humid out, or it's so humid here, it just like keeps getting all fogged up. But still waiting on Sam to get here, and we might want to get some stuff stowed away. But yeah, so far this boat's pretty legit. 2022 Jeanneau 410. This was like one of my dream boats for a while, and then my dream boats got more expensive and bigger, and that's the natural progression of things. Still would be a really nice boat to have. A little more than 10 minutes later, Sam did eventually arrive, and when he did, we asked the taxi driver that took him from the airport to the marina if he could take us over to the local supermarket to grab some provisions for the boat. Kindly, he said yes, and after Sam dropped off his bags below, we got back in the car and headed to the supermarket.
Search up how much water we need per person.
I think a gallon is about right.
A gallon a day plus maybe like 2 gallons extra per person.
It's a shame they don't have a water purifier or anything on board.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what if we got like a Brita filter or something?
The guy told Ari, on no boats can you drink the water.
And I was like, I was like, did you on your boat? Because I knew the answer to that.
It's like, yeah, definitely.
Sink it.
We're in the store and we're provisioning right now, and everybody's a little on edge because we've got this guy waiting for us in the parking lot. The place we're at is just a little bit too far to walk. It's also night in an area we don't know. And so we're having this guy waiting. We're trying to go as fast as we can shopping. We've all been together for less than not too long, and it's an adventure.
This is very stressful.
Back on board, we stowed all the provisions from our shopping trip and started going through the boat systems one by one to make sure we understood them. So we have a fuel tank and we have 2 water tanks.
Yep. This is just a water pump that probably goes between the 2 tanks. That's probably electrical stuff. Yeah, all the breakers and stuff are there, so power probably comes through there. Starter battery is good. Everything is good. Pulling 185 amps. What?
Explain that.
Given the big Chunger battery that you bought, it would drain that in like an hour and a half. But here it's saying 0.6 amps, so I'm not sure. Fire blanket. Stay breezy.
30 knot gust tomorrow evening. What starting what time?
1600 hours.
Ooh, so that's like
Which
4.
is 4 p.m. Yeah.
That's a lot of wind, man.
Thing is, we are going to want, ideally, somewhere to stay where we don't get hit with the waves generated from that.
So
The
that wind's coming out of
westerly
the
wind.
Yeah.
Good morning. We just got up, or I just got up. Sam's gonna get up eventually. Ari's up, and it's just past 7 a.m. Our goal is to get out of this marina by hopefully 11. That's not gonna happen, so really anticipating 12 here. And if we can do that, that would be great. It rained a little bit last night, not too much. The forecast today called for rain, and one forecast called for thunderstorms. It doesn't look like that right now, which is great because we've heard that it is hard to see coral heads when it's overcast, but we don't have experience with that. And so we would prefer it to be not overcast when we go through this area called the Yellow Bank, which is just this line of coral heads.
Keep forgetting. That's not like camping.
That you have a giant fiberglass thing up here.
We are just eating some breakfast. Sam took a shower. Ari and I are riding it out. Necessary detail.
Yeah.
Long story short, it looks like we're a little bit concerned with crossing the Yellow Bank today because the forecast we have from PredictWind at least says clouds. And Sam, before going to bed last night, did a bunch of reading about crossing the Yellow Bank. There's some guy above. Let's see, I think there's a guy up there. Alright, I guess we need to do some talking to some people. This is the technical briefing.
Yeah, the boarding person is here.
Okay.
See the blue line here? That is your snubber. Yeah, what? Your snubber. Okay. Would you hook up?
Sam, do you know what a snubber is? It keeps
You
the...
don't know?
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of
Yeah.
You see how the previous riders, one of the guests actually went straight around the whole Yellow Bank?
Yeah.
Don't do that. You can actually pass right through here.
Okay.
So follow one of these dotted lines there.
Yes, you see, keep the Yellow Bank on your port side. All that is the Yellow Bank. It's turning out when it comes down.
Okay.
So it's the
But you-
smaller stuff. Okay.
So you can actually pass right through here.
Okay.
You're going.
And then
Just avoid all the reefs. That's it. You don't have much reef. The reef is actually separated. You know what I mean? And this here makes it look like they're close, but they're not. But you can actually set a route that you can pass straight through them like that.
okay.
Okay.
You
You
know?
trust
And
the
on-
charts?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
So you can trust it.
These are accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that location, or this.
Once you pass Yellow Bank, you're free to go. Like everything, you don't have to worry about reef and nothing until you get in the Exumas.
And then work our way back up.
Yeah, and then I guess.
Shroud.
Yeah, we got a shroud.
Shroud Normans. Second grocery run. For the essentials.
Just the essentials. We got sunscreen, daiquiri mix, meat, butter. We're getting ready to go here. Sam has asked for the boat hook, so I'm bringing him the boat hook.
I want you to poke and prod the dinghy so we can get it around the front and tie it off in the back.
Okay. So we're pivoting a little bit from our original plan. Instead of going to Highborn Key, we're going to Allen's Key. And just off of Allen's Key, there's an anchorage, and then there's Leaf Key, which is where there's all these like iguanas and stuff. This is what the person who checked us in, who did our technical briefing this morning, recommended. He also said that we could sail straight across the Yellow Bank. Originally, like, I was gonna go around it, and that's what the previous skipper of this boat did, but he said, look, you can just go straight through it. All the coral heads are well marked, and we should be okay. I hear a bow thruster, so I'm gonna go back above.
Not smash into any of these things.
Right.
So we need to pull it from all four directions, if possible. So we've got one there, one at the back. Looks like this is technically two, but
Here?
there's
one
it's coming
on
off
this
both
side.
sides. But they might have just looped it back
I
and forth to make it so you don't go forward to backwards. And we've got two up there and one at the very front left.
Just like that one.
Yeah, those are just dock lines.
Sam is forward with Ari and showing her the lines, literally. We're untying the boat right now. We're gonna start by untying the starboard side, and then we're gonna untie the port side and kind of pull ourselves out of this slip. It's actually just not, it's easier than like steering a 27-foot boat. I thought this would be so much harder, and it's just not. It's crazy. It's like a little bit heavier, it's not as responsive, but with the bow thrusters, it's just like easy. We're headed out of the channel. This is very different for me. In Michigan and the Great Lakes, you don't really deal with depth problems at all. We don't have any reefs. Generally, when it's deep enough, it's going to be deep enough. There's very, very, very few spots in the Great Lakes where you deal with shallow water. But this is all about dealing with shallow water. We've got about 3 feet under the keel right now. We're all learning how to dodge coral heads here, because like the GPS is pretty close to where they are, but it's just like not quite right. And so we're learning to read the water in just a whole new way. And it's been an interesting experience, to say the least. I don't feel comfortable sailing through these just yet, to be honest. Sam is up explaining to Ari how reefing works and how we're gonna raise the mainsail. I'm just steering around a reef on sharp water right now. And as soon as we get around this and Sam's done explaining what he's explaining, then we're gonna put up the sails. That'd be the reefing line, right?
That's our reef lines.
Yeah.
A bit more to go.
So right now we are passing through an area off of Nassau, or between Nassau and the Exumas, called the Yellow Bank. Sam is on the bow, and he's telling me to steer more to port or more to starboard, depending on what he's seeing up front. This area is really well marked. If you're ever sailing through here, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. The southern part of the Yellow Bank is easier to navigate, the northern part is harder. We're more towards the south. He's telling me to go to starboard. Good. And it's really not too bad. But this is the game we're playing now. Are we past them? Okay. Should be about 90 to us right now. More? Look right in front of us. Okay, I see it, thank you. All right, Sam, I'd say we're good. Earlier today, 6-7 knots, to now we're up to almost 16 knots of wind. We're still motoring. Maybe we shouldn't be motoring. Like at this point, 15 knots of wind. We feel like we shouldn't be motoring, but we kind of want to get in and we want to anchor and get ourselves situated. We haven't anchored in the Bahamas before. We want plenty of time to do that before it starts to get dark, and we'd also like to go and make our way over to one of the little islands to check it out before it gets dark if we can. So we are trying to keep up with speed, and that's why we still have the engine on. Not our favorite thing to do in the world, but this is what we're doing right now. With the engine on, and also both sails up, we're making about 7.6 knots. I'm hoping that tomorrow, and for the rest of this trip, we're going to plan our little hops between the islands to be a shorter distance, so we don't have to worry about making so much time up. The person that we consulted with in the marina basically thought we'd be able to get here a lot faster than we did, and I think that's because most of the charter boats are catamarans, and so he's more accustomed to utilizing catamarans or monohulls, so we just go a lot slower. We just got passed by another catamaran. I mean, catamarans can go so much faster than monohulls, and we can't. But you know, who cares? So we got all anchored here in this Allen's Key area. We have this weird current that's coming in from the west. It's pushing us this way. What I'm worried about a little bit is behind me, there's this bank. Got about 60 feet of chain out right now. Yeah. And about at this point, the wind completely overpowers the mic. But if you could hear what I was saying that if the wind shifts out of the west, which it was forecasted to, we would be right up against those rocks behind me, which wouldn't be very fun.
Just in case. I don't want to lose my phone.
That's a good idea, speaking from experience.
What? You dropped your phone?
To Lake Michigan.
Really?
Oh yeah, it took us fun.
Can I go for a little joyride or whatever?
I think, Sam, scope out the distance there.
Yeah.
I was still kind of nervous about how far or how close we are to shore, and so just had Sam go out with the dinghy and Ari to kind of investigate it. Sometimes it's hard to judge distances on a boat, and we'll see what they said. So in short, we think that we have enough room. There's about, if we drift over, Sam is estimating that we'll still have at least like a boat length between us and the shore, which is close, but the anchorage, there's a pretty steep drop off in this anchorage from the shore to like the seafloor. So we think we're gonna be okay. Moral of the story. But we're also gonna just like keep an anchor watch through when the wind shifts to make sure that we're in the right place where we are where we need to be. And yeah, this is the third time, pretty much the third time we've ever anchored. Done a bunch of sailing, but I just haven't done a bunch of anchoring because you don't need to in the Great Lakes. There's mooring balls all over, there's marinas all over. You just don't need to anchor as much in the Great Lakes. But here in the Bahamas and the Exumas, it's all about anchoring. So, you know, you have to learn how to do something by doing it. And we're definitely in the process of learning how to do things by doing it here.